There are so many Advent calendars out there. Gin Advent calendars, cheese Advent calendars, makeup Advent calendars. But the best is, of course, the traditional Advent calendars, where we open the doors as we make our journey through Advent. The culmination is that final door. We know what lies behind it. The child in the manger, the Christ child, our window onto the mystery that we call God. And as we look forwards past those yet to be open doors on our Advent calendar, we're accompanied on our journey by one who proclaims the Messiah by looking backwards, John the Baptist. And I'm standing in his chapel now. John draws on the prophecy of Isaiah. See, I am sending my messenger ahead of you, the voice of one crying out in the wilderness. Prepare the way of the Lord, make his path straight. John alerts us to the otherness and the nearness of God, the God who can move mountains and make the rough places smooth, but the God who gathers up the lambs and holds them in his bosom. As we journey towards the coming of the Christ child, Emmanuel, God with us, John urges us to hold the otherness and the nearness of God as one. I've been struck this Advent by an insight from the late Michael Main. John's way of indicating the greatness of the coming Messiah is to say that he, John, is not worthy to stoop down and undo the thongs of his sandals. And yet that Messiah to whom John points will, on the night before he dies, kneel at the feet of his disciples and wash their feet. And in that act of pure love, he will show us how the majesty and compassion of God are so wonderfully combined. Michael Main writes this: "Here is a God who shows the nature of God's majesty by kneeling at our feet. This is what love does when faced with human need. And it is that proper love, that Christ-like love, that should reduce us to a wondering silence, and by which one day we ourselves will be judged." John of the Cross said that in the evening of our life we will be judged on love alone. In the face of human need, we are to kneel in love, proper love, expressed in prayer, listening, kindness and generosity. And when we open that final door of our Advent calendar, we're to kneel before the manger, reduced to wondering silence in the face of God's perfect love, love incarnate, love divine.